Political correctness has gone too far. If you don't like it as a woman, turn around and tell them to shut up. Stand up for yourself. Act like a strong woman.
Because that doesn't get you killed, right? Because a woman got killed for doing that the other day in Detroit, actually.
I fear for tomorrow, I hear the heart play. Can't be here, I'm unconscious, wasting away. Often off exhausted, I'm coughing up blades. My patience these days has grown about as thin as my waist. I'm anxious lately, treading through snakes. I don't say
Women's rights! What do you want now? What do you want? Women's rights! What do you want now?
But the big picture here is women do earn less in America because they choose to. They would rather go to their daughter's piano recital than stay all night at work working on a proposal.
What?
So they end up earning less. They're less ambitious, and I think this is sort of God's way. This is nature's way of saying women should be at home with the kids. A real feminist, you would support housewives and see them as the heroes, and women who work wasting their time. Most women are happier at home. They are pretending that they like working, and they're not making money because they don't stay all night at the office. They don't go the extra mile. They don't work all weekend. You're making a mistake. You would be much happier at home with a husband and children.
Oh, boy.
If a girl's wearing a dress and it's too short, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, it depends what they want to wear.
Yes and no. So yes, in terms of it solves the problem of what they're going to wear and, you know, high expense. No, in terms of maybe it sort of doesn't give people their freedom and their individuality.
Girls are more likely to get told off the uniform, like regarding showing parts of the skin and stuff like that, but boys will normally just get told off for wearing like a red sock instead of a black one.
Yes, because they can also fight for women to have equal rights.
I think some men now are fighting for equal rights for women. Traditionally, it was women at first with the suffragettes.
I see a feminist as someone who's fighting for equal rights for everyone. So if a man is also believing in equal rights for everyone, he's also a feminist.
Yes, I think they could fight for female rights as well and have a good understanding.
I think historically people think that's what it's associated with, and they just think that women who are feminists just want power and just to hate all men, which isn't the case.
I think feminism could be associated with man-haters because it obviously has female in the name, and some people could take that as only caring for female and benefiting female and their rights. They could take that as, oh, they don't care about men, they only care about the benefit of the female, when that's obviously not the case.
I think it's because women are becoming, they're far more independent and fighting for their rights. Men feel threatened by that, then twist it and say that women are hating men. All we're doing is standing up for our rights.
Because there is man-haters who call themselves feminists and say they're feminist group, and they're not. They're just extremists. They're not proper feminists. They just took it way too far.
As somebody who doesn't agree with equality of the sexes.
Equal rights between men and women.
Fighting for the equal rights of women.
Feminism is fighting for equality for women.
Told lies by wacky far-left feminist crazies who want to control other people because they're hurting inside, I think, in many cases. Very often it's 30, 40-year-old, bitter old women trying to lecture 20-year-old girls on how to behave.
To make women equal to men because we're all human.
Powerful women who show independence, are not afraid to stand up for themselves.
I believe feminism is someone who believes in equal rights for everyone.
I think everyone should have a right to their opinion.
To the point where you shouldn't be offending anyone.
To the point where it doesn't harm or impact on anybody else's beliefs.
Equal, fair, and everyone.
Women against discrimination.
Wrong.
Freedom.
Hateful.
Power.
Genders equal rights.
Fight for rights.
You're telling me then, if I compliment you on the street, it's some sort of abuse, no matter how I choose to do it?
Most women don't hate men. Most women don't want to beat up on people for being straight or being white or being a male. Most people quite like a boyfriend, you know? So they see they don't have anything in common with these angry gender warriors.
Hold on. If you don't compliment me when I walk by, that's abuse. You didn't bolster my self-esteem. I want to fine you. I want to start a coalition against women who don't compliment men.
They see in feminism what I see, which is it is turned into a bitter, nasty, ugly, man-hating, empty horror show.
We are not looking for compliments. We are not strolling the streets waiting like, is anyone gonna notice these pants today? You as a man, what your problem is that you really should just be embracing and welcoming to the fact that women are saying, hey, we don't like this, not arguing why we shouldn't.
I think ladylike is someone who's comfortable in their skin.
It's a stereotype to for a woman to act polite, to be very nice.
It's a view that you have to act in a certain manner.
Yeah, it's just a stereotypical thing from ages old, isn't it? Like Victorian times. That's just what pretty much every woman acted like. And obviously a lot of girls are different, just through cultures evolving and that.
You have an image in your head of maybe someone that's very prim and proper, which is probably quite an old-fashioned way of looking at it.
Or like when you're whimpering in a corner because you've lost something to go, man up! What does it mean?
To just be tough.
Big yourself up, take it on the chin like a man.
I had it in secondary because really I wasn't like, you know, one of the big, you know, tough guys and all that.
Man up is to face your fears or to grow up a bit.
I don't really look at those sorts of things.
But as far as I'm aware, you can't like get dead cheap tampons. Like everything's just they're all just expensive.
They are making the products cheaper and more affordable, you know, than the actual big brands, but the own companies are making cheaper products, and it's a necessity. Unless we get it through the National Health Service, what can we do?
They can't be for free. I mean, they should be a bit cheap, but then again, someone has to make them. They have to get paid somehow.
It would be nice if there was a bit of a discount or they were free or something.
Brings off the idea that you can just misbehave and be nasty and everything like that because they're just being boys, it's just what they do.
Which makes them even more aggressive and masculine.
Yes, I do.
Probably not.
I don't know if it encourages like bad behaviour, but it encourages cockiness. Boys will be boys is said in the wrong context or at the wrong time, then yeah, it can be. Then yeah, it could be bad. It will encourage actual bad behaviour.
Say slag.
Most people call her obviously a slag.
A woman.
Slut.
That's one way that you could call somebody who's like that.
I'm not one of those geezers who'd go, oh yeah, she's a slag.
Typically probably a whore.
That's what I've heard, you know.
I'd call her a woman or her name.
A woman.
A woman who enjoys a lot of sex.
She's still a woman.
I don't say stuff like that.
Human.
Basically man slag and stuff like that.
A man.
Most people would call him a lad.
Some people have a lot of sex, some don't. Same with women and men. So it's fine, either way.
You know, I mean, it's their choice whether they get around a lot, to be honest.
But he's just a man. He's just doing what he wants.
Human.
A man who enjoys a lot of sex.
It's who they are, and everyone has their own preferences. It's not putting him at a lower level to anyone else. It's not putting him at a higher level to anyone else. It's just what his preference is.